Welcome. In this video segment, we are going to learn the akkar that makes the t sound. It's called Tainkaa. But before I begin, quick reminder for our little kids. If you're younger and you need help with the computer, please ask your mom and dad, or if they're not around, ask a teacher or a trusted adult to help you. Okay? Just a quick reminder. Before we start Tainkaa, what I want to do is do a fast review. Are you ready? We did haha, we did rara, we learned gaga, we learned kaka, and we learned nanna just recently. Okay? Let's look at nanna. And I'm going to take nanna and I'm going to turn it into our next akkar. Are you ready? Let's say I start with the nanna. And imagine that I take a big sword, a huge kirpan, and I chop off a piece of that nanna so that it looks like that. See how I've sort of chopped it? Just chopped it off. Okay? And now I take my chopped nanna and I start to squish it. And I squish it until it becomes squishy. And it winds up with a pointy shape on the left-hand side. So imagine that I squish it and I wind up with this sort of a shape. See how it became a little bit elongated, pointy, because I squished it? Okay? So the half nanna got squished until I wind up with a shape that looks like that. And that is Tainkaa. It makes the t sound, t. Okay? A sharp T with t, not T, which is an English letter. This is Tainkaa. So it's a little sharp. So put your tongue to the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, and give it a t. Okay? Or roll it with a t. Okay. I want you to repeat after me. It might take some practice, but here we go. Tainkaa t. Tainkaa t. Tainkaa t. Tainkaa t. Okay, writing Tainkaa is a lot of fun. Here's why. You already know how to do a nanna, okay? And the shape is about the same with a little bit of a point. So watch what happens. In Punjabi, I start my line, I go across, and I now have my straight line across. I pick up my pen and I move over just a little bit because I need space on the left-hand side to form my Tainkaa, right? The big belly of the Tainkaa. I need the pointy belly space. So I come down and now I start to go around and I've got the first part of my shape and now I curve back around and come back, and what you'll see is I end at the line straight above it. See how the downward line? My Tainkaa pretty much stops there. So I don't go past that point. So that's Tainkaa t. As always, let's you and I write it together because it's a whole lot easier to actually write it than it is to talk about it. So grab your pen and pencil or grab your tracing finger, whatever works for you. Ladies and gentlemen, no excuses. Here we go. Draw my straight line. And since I'm going to make it to the left-hand side, I'm going to put a little dot there just as a reminder. That's a mental dot. I don't want you to necessarily put that on the paper unless it helps you in the first phases. But just remember, you're going to go a little bit over. I'm going to go down part of the way. And now I go around, I drop, I come back around, and there I am. See, again, I actually stopped below this line here. See how you line it up? And over here, that's a pretty good Tainkaa, actually. I like it. See how I just did that and made sure it stayed below the line and was lined up on the right-hand side below the line where I started the next stroke of Tainkaa. Okay, let's use red since I've got red going. Tainkaa. Practice with me. Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t. Yeah, not enough of a point, but you know it's still pretty good Tainkaa. And when you're doing handwriting, Tainkaa comes across. You can see it. I can recognize it at a Tainkaa, and that's what I'm looking for. But let's practice a little bit more here. Okay, here's another Tainkaa. Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t. Okay, let's do one more. And this time I'm going to end with pink this time. Are you ready? Here we go. Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t, Tainkaa t. That's my Tainkaa. And you'll see again, straight down here, lines up, finishes just below the line, doesn't go past the straight portion here. So if I had taken this around like that, that's not good. That's not acceptable. Okay, so keep it below the line to give it the nice shape of Tainkaa. And now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know the routine. The way to do it is to, guess what? 10 ਵਾਰੀ ਇਸ ਅੱਖਰ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖਣਾ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਹਰ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ, ਨਾਲ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? Each time you say, each time you write. And if you do that 10 times right after this lesson, don't wait for another day. Do it right now, right after this lesson. You will lock Tainkaa in your brain. The other part of this is Tainkaa is like nanna, only chopped, so it's real easy to remember it. It's Tainkaa. Okay? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'm hoping that you are learning as quickly as possible and that you're really enjoying learning, because the minute you learn, you will then start to form words. Okay? Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.